for the 500th time. 500 mug days. 500 good mornings. 500 good times with you. So good morning, Mario, and good morning, Switch fans. We have arrived at half of 1,000. That is freaking crazy. I don't think I've ever stuck with one thing this long in my life. I jump ship left and right like I'm Mario hopping over question blocks. This was something I made a commitment to. I stuck with it. Boom shakalaka, we did it. I got a bunch of exciting announcements, a console giveaway, and we do have Nintendo news to talk about, but let me just get into the groove of the 500 spirit first, and then I'll touch on Nintendo Switch Online update, I'll touch on a few other new games, and I'll touch on just some bones to pick. Thank you for being here for GMM 500. Thank you so much. I got to include my friends over at Lexar. They've been a huge supporter of the show from the very beginning. Truly incredible to have a partner as big as Lexar, who make the best memory cards in the world, supporting the show. And they literally have been here for years now. I got to give them huge credit, and I hope you guys click the link in the description, because every time you do, it helps out Lexar, it helps out the channel, and these are the best, fastest memory cards you can possibly get. A terabyte is just delicious for your Switch. It will never want another byte of memory. But I also have some special things of my own, including a brand new channel icon. You've probably noticed it lately. Maybe you haven't, but I think it's freaking sweet. All right, designed by my editor, partner in crime, Joseph. This new logo is gooified with Ultra Hand magic and all sorts of fusion, ha. We've got Zelda themed everything because Zelda's out in 3 weeks. Freaking yes, love that so much. Cannot wait. The banner is gonna be swapping as well. I've got the original designer of our original preset Good Morning Mario background on the banner to add some nostalgia and some new Zelda flair to the channel. Freaking yes, that'll be debuting soon. And probably most excitingly, I have the sickest merch drop ever, and you can win a console. Boom, boom, boom. Freaking great. All right, I decided I want to mix it up. We've done Good Morning Mario Mug, we've done Good Morning Mario Sunshine. You won't believe what I did here. I thought, this was written in the stars that Good Morning Mario had reached 500. I feel like I am so lucky. Let's do tarot cards. Let's do an astrology club. Let's get really weird and wild and make this a legit limited edition merch drop unlike any other. So we have mugs, stickers, and tees, and they are the best ever. Take a peek at the freaking designs here as we have tarot cards debuting Good Morning in Mario with love and positivity. Good old Princess Peach looking honestly a little frightening. And then the lions for the hearts of bravery, camaraderie, teamwork, and also I like the Detroit Lions, but I think a lot of people also like lions. Lion King is popular. Animals are cool. So it just works out, and they look awesome. Drawing these tarot cards means you are going to have a good morning. That's what it means. All three of these in a different way elicit a great day. And then we have psychedelic character. I don't know who this is. Who is this? No one could actually pin it down because he's splitting in two, or maybe he's merging into one. It's like Kang, but it's red, and it's like that movie that came out, but it's not exactly that. You know what I'm saying? Anyways, combining these two together in a freaking psychedelic tarot card astrological reading that says your day is about to be great, just felt perfect. And I'm absolutely in love with this art, absolutely in love with the shirts, absolutely in love with the mug. You got the tarot cards on the mug, all black mug looking sleek. You wake up, you're like, which one do I draw? All three? Okay. Sounds good to me. We also have stickers, die-cut stickers of that character merging or splitting or fusing or whatever. And we have stickers of the tarot cards, and we have stickers of the new logo. So all of it combines into one super sweet, super exclusive 2 weeks only merch drop. And the best part is that every person that picks something up in the merch drop and shows me, lets me know their receipt or their confirmation email, you get entered to win a console. I'm giving away either you'll get your pick of a brand new limited edition Switch OLED with fancy colors, bright screen, and the best way to play Zelda Tears of the Kingdom. Or, and this is a little devious for a Nintendo guy like me, but I have, well, don't look at that side. I have What is it? It's a big battery. No, what's inside here is this, a Steam Deck. So if you already have a Switch, already have an OLED, or don't feel like you need a new one, the Steam Deck is just hot. It's just fun, and it does some things and plays some games that the Switch currently cannot. I mean, we hope for Switch 2, but I got a Steam Deck for you, or I got a Switch OLED Special Edition for you. One lucky winner, and, you know, I'm kind of a kind guy, so a lot of times we do runner-ups. Just FYI, letting you know. So that is what you got to do. Link in the description down below. A special coupon code for you who've watched episode 500. You get an exclusive discount, 2 weeks only. The tees, the mugs, and the stickers, poof, they vanish. Like, hopefully not our good fortune, because I'm very lucky to be here. I'm very blessed to be able to do this 500 times. And I can't wait for 500 more. I could gush and gush, but you know, y'all mean the world to me. This show is my thing. I love it. It's been satisfying, rewarding, and fun. So let's get on to some Nintendo Switch news. Hope you guys enjoy the merch. Like I said, link in the description down below. New logo is up, banner is coming soon, and yeah, Nintendo dropped 4 Nintendo Switch Online games, and I honestly think this is such a good move. Okay, they really have sort of upped the ante and upped the delivery of Nintendo Switch Online games. We knew that they were doing one N64 title a month, but since the introduction of Game Boy and Game Boy Advance, they've really been pushing out more. They're doing a Game Boy drop, then they're doing an SNES drop, and they're doing an N64 drop with Pokemon Stadium, then they do a Genesis drop. Now, I'm not the hugest Genesis fan, but Pulse Man is made by Game Freak. Yeah, the people who make Pokemon, which is pretty good. And everyone always talked about Kid Chameleon. I might want to give it a try. Another Street Fighter. I don't know. I'm not really big on those versions, but they're adding more to Switch Online. And if they can back it up with a new GBA release soon, which I feel like we're really due for, this is the cadence we need. This is the cadence of Hyrule. 3 weeks till Zelda Tears of the Kingdom, and they're really making moves. They're not making moves on Indie World. And I don't want to sully this video with something crappy, so I'm going to save my sort of rant for tomorrow. But I think they have to change it. I think it's got to be different. I think they need to make moves, and I think they need to... I think they gotta... It can't. And we were like, there won't be Hollow Knight. Don't get your hopes too up. Well, my hopes were like down here, and it still fell beneath the floor. Crushed, smattered, splatted, and that's why this isn't posting in the morning into the night, because honestly, it bummed me the heck out. I had to take a long, arduous bike ride to change my mental state. Yeah, Advance Wars is out tomorrow. That is insane. If you're in Australia, it's out early. If you're in America, it's at night. But Advance Wars is actually coming out after many delays, many problems, and it's finally popped. It's actually getting really good review scores, below what the original game scored, because they were highly revered by critics. But I think it makes sense because we're asking $60 for a package that, yes, is remastered, but in a way, like, they could have put these 2 games on the NSO service for Game Boy Advance, and we would have paid nothing, save for the subscription. Instead, we have a $60 remake, remaster with beautiful graphics. Everything looks really nice, and the COs, the commanding officers, are downright cool. Who's your favorite? I don't remember their names. I know there's one guy that kind of looks like he's got a snow hat on. There's a dude who's big and buff. There's a girl with a bandana. There's a lot of great characters in these games, and even though the stories aren't insanely deep, playing through the different armies and getting to take on different armies and then be different armies is really fun, because each commanding officer has its own special power. It's a great strategy game. Like, there's a reason why people were clamoring for Advance Wars to come back. It's because AW is amazing. So the Metacritic sits at an 82. We have some hundreds, some 90s. Pocket Tactics gave it the highest score, saying, way forward and Nintendo deliver the perfect remake with Advance Wars 1+2 Reboot Camp. Remember, it's 2 games in there, so you're looking at like 30 plus hours of gameplay. They say, Pocket Tactics says, if you're new or a fan, like, this is a special bundle, and that's exciting. There's some low scores down in the more 6 range, and those are kind of saying that, hey, like, you know, they really didn't add a ton here. There is an online mode, the graphics are redone, but 15 years later, like, they didn't bring enough new here, and they're charging $60. It looks like reviewers didn't get to play online yet, which is often the case with the Nintendo titles, and I have heard some things about frame rate issues, which should not be happening with Advance Wars, but that would take us into a whole different conversation topic about how the Switch is just long in the tooth. Bucktooth Switch, it needs to bust out of here, but a lot of people did really like it, and I guess the hope here is that if this does decent, Advance Wars can continue into a new game. I think a new Advance Wars would be really exciting. It's still a more niche genre, but $60 for a new one feels better than that. And I do wish Nintendo had the opportunity, or they made the decision to use more of the mid-tier price point that they could charge 40 or 50. And they did it for WarioWare. I feel like it would be great for this, but also I know that they want to charge 60 for Wind Waker and Twilight Princess when those come out, and they don't want to set the standard that, oh, we charge light for everything. I think in their head, 35 hours for $60 feels like a good deal. And yes, hours to sense that is, but they have to have some sense that these are 15-year-old games that have been delayed many times, and I fear that this game is going to sell horribly, which may be the doom slayer for Advance Wars that we don't want to happen. Some of my favorite Nintendo franchises are turn-based, in the vein of Advance Wars, and in the vein... There's a straw on camera. Boba. Advance Wars and Mario & Luigi. Mario & Luigi's dead because Alpha Dream's dead, and Advance Wars could be signing its death certificate with really poor sales this week. Despite good reviews, I don't know. Are you picking it up? I want to play it because I remember Advance Wars so fondly. I do feel like $60 is a lot of moolah, though. Last but certainly not least, there's no way I could leave out my XB3 clan. Xenoblade Chronicles 3 is getting its final big story DLC next week. Really shocking announcement. It just popped on Twitter last night, and then boom, it's coming out April 25th. Now, it's very odd to me. Well, let me just say, yay, it looks really cool, but I'm not the biggest Xenoblade fan. It's really odd to me that Nintendo is pushing this out, because I feel like this story pack, if it's the same size as like Torna, could kind of carry it a month. They didn't really need it right now. This connects all three Xenoblades together. It's a big moment for fans. They didn't really need it right now. They just had an indie world. They dropped Switch Online games. Advance Wars is out tomorrow. They didn't really need this. And it begs the question, if there's nothing announced for the second half of the year, why are they pushing things? I don't want to get too crazy. I know my spirits are really high because it's episode 500. I still very much think the Switch 2 is out this year. I think Nintendo's odd and almost insane behavior is only setting up a blank slate for the second half of the year so that they can drop a brand new console. Otherwise, why use April as the month to push this out? The game's not even a year old. They could have really waited on this, but they didn't. Why rush something a week after, or less than a week after, your big first-party April game, if you can call Advance Wars, that, is out? It doesn't make a lot of sense, so we'll have to TBD on what the heck they're doing. But I think we're going to have to find out soon. It's April, Zelda's out in May, and then what? We always were saying they have Zelda. They do have Pikmin 4, a little bit beyond. We're 3 weeks away from them really, having nothing, though. Pikmin 4, is definitely not nothing. It's a huge game. I'm really excited for it. I think it's going to be amazing. But in terms of, just commercials, in terms of, investors, in terms of just, the layman gamer, they will have nothing. And they need something to carry them forward, something to catapult. A Pokemon, a Mario, a console is something they have nothing to look forward to. And this is the first time in I don't know how long, maybe forever, before the internet started, that Nintendo doesn't have sort of a tent pole out there, a flagpole to say, whoa, go get ready for that. You can't even pre-order stuff. It's very strange, but we'll focus on that another day. Let me know what you think of the merch. Thank you again for making 500 possible. I feel so good about it, and I will say again, for the 500th and first time, good morning, Mario, and good morning, Switch fans. I'm so glad we've created this community and this fun and this routine together. It's been beautiful for me. I hope it's been great for you. Here's to 500 more. Until next time, stay safe, stay healthy, stay happy, stay positive out there, my friends. SwitchForce 500 out.